Welcome in everybody, how are we doing today? I have a train to catch in around about 9.5 hours, but I hope everybody is all good, and yeah, you guessed it, I still haven't packed yet. Welcome to something that has been spiced up a little bit. You may have already seen the announcements in the TCR Accord or in my own Discord, or you may have seen the top line of that box there with strange things that says SOF Championships on it. Well, we're trying something out this season. A lot of you have seen a resurgence of the Renault Clios on iRacing due to a brilliant organisation of strength of field races plus league and championships connected to those sessions and their community. Well, over the last couple of days, I've been handed the opportunity to do something very similar with the TCR Accord. Those who are regulars on the channel on this YouTube or the Twitch, we're live on both by the way, so make sure you're following and subscribe to both, as well as putting a thumbs up on the stream right now. Well, as you know, I try my best to get as many people racing these races as possible. They're not most popular in iRacing, they're quite niche due to the fact they're front wheel drive, and a lot of people are extremely scared of front wheel drive. I don't care, I said it, fight me. So incentives are quite hard to come by to get people to race these races. Well, thanks to GridSpot and Kev from GridSpot as well, thank you so much for GridPost, sorry, not GridSpot, GridPost. Thank you to Kev from GridPost for helping me out with this, and we can now transfer results of the officials into championship tables for both the fixed and the open races that we stream every Tuesday night. We have got it where the top 50 drivers, depending on their positions and how many iRacing championship points they get, they can be ordered into a top 50. Anyone who's outside the top 50, well, get quicker. Everyone who's in the top 50 will be put into championship tables. We've already done it with Oran. We can go through this table right now. Will you make wood for the winner? No, of course I won't. This is a pilot season. We're going to test out everything, make sure it works, and we'll see what happens. How's the music volume, by the way? If it's too loud, let me know and I will turn it down a little bit. But let's get straight to it. So if you type in the command on the Twitch, TCR SOF, all one word there, then you'll get some links on there. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the channel description underneath and you'll find plenty of links there. But we have the results from last week's top split. For the case of managing data and stuff like that, they only have first names and initials of the second, but Pascal, Abel and Chris getting the top 3 in split number 1. Split 2 had Alexander, George and Brian, and split 3 had Jay, Neil and Simonas. Well, with the championship points that they've managed to get there, by the way, we have this for the open setup ones as well. We can go over to results, and based or standings even, and based on everybody's iRacing championship points, they are now all thrown into one table. That's for the open, so those names we just said there, they're all in here. The points are based on real life FIA TCR point standings, so everybody up to 19th place has more than 1 point. Everybody 20th place and under gets 1 point. In our case, we can put that up to 50. I've put in some bonuses. If you get the fastest lap in your split, you get an additional 2 points. If you get pole position in your split, you get 2 additional points. If you go the whole race with a clean race, that is 0x, you get 3 bonus points. And as you can see on here, fastest lap for Alexander, fastest lap for Euro in another split as well. And we have points all the way down to 50th place. Those who were either in bottom split and didn't finish high enough, or most likely second split and low enough, they also get no points on there as well. But this is already carrying on since week 1. I thought I would do some tweaks to the point scoring system where it was only going up to the top 20. I thought, no, let's get as many people getting at least some points as possible. As you can see, Evan just there, Kiso, in the open setup had a 0x race on the open last week, so they got an extra 3 bonus points, and it actually gets them a little bit closer to the top 3. Why doesn't your team get bonuses? Because they can't stop crashing. Raceway, that's why. Ebenezer, I'm not going to win it with Isaac Price in there for the open. Well, there are drop rounds. For a pilot this season, we have it up to the top, 8 weeks with 4 drop weeks on the first 12 weeks. But, you know, this is me testing stuff out. I thought, let's get something in there where everybody can technically race against each other. If you want in the top splits or the second splits and to give yourselves a chance for bigger points, like Josh just there, who won the second split but still 7th overall, which is fantastic, by the way. Race more TCR, get more race practice in, turn up to these Tuesday splits right now, which we have 15 minutes left until the first session opens. But yes, where am I in the standings, Jay? Which race did you have a better one just said? Was it fixed or open? If I look at Alex, oh, that's Alexander. Did you not race any officials during the strength of field races last week, Alex? Are you sure? I might be wrong. Let's have a quick look. Because I'm not seeing an Alex on there at all. Oh, it's, yeah, strength of field races. So these splits that we have, that we're broadcasting, are the only ones eligible for this at the moment. If this goes well, we could do separate championships for the Americas, a separate Asia and Australia championship. We can have the European one as like the world, because we get pretty much all time zones in here, as close to all as possible. But yeah, like I said, on this page, if you type in the command SO or TCR SOF, you'll find it on Twitch. If you look to the video description below, you'll find it all there. So we had a look at the fixed. We also have the open setup ones here as well, where we saw Augustine, Isaac and Kim all getting their points, and a couple of bits and pieces. Split 2, it was Josh, so Patrick and Luca. And split 3, James, Peter and Andrew. I do at some point, if possible, for split 2 and 3, if anyone's in splits 2 and 3, can you save your race replays for me, please? I think it would be pretty cool if we do get some sort of like, if I ever had time to do like a recap show or something like that, a recap video. Thank you, Guitar Guy. Yes. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I was absolutely thrilled when I was shot a DM out to try this sort of thing out. So replays to me and I can make that. Chris, good to see you as well. Everybody else who's on the Twitch or the YouTube side, if you're on YouTube, put a thumbs up on the video. But how is everyone today? Are you all melting as much as I am? And Guitar Guy, I just saw your post in my Discord for the show. It looked absolutely incredible. Right, it is raining at the moment, as you can see, or has been raining. Just realised that it's actually stopped now, which fine, fair. This is exactly how the fix could go. Wet weather, in my opinion, Watkins Glen is perfect for wet weather. Just watch out for your entry at the boot, because it might not go the way that you expect. And yes, that is from experience. Right, 5.5k. Bruno Gayoto is in the lead at the moment in this practice session. We have just over 10 minutes left. This is fighting away with someone behind, number 106, which I can tell you is 106. Ruben Gonzalez, 15, because the top 14 were already taken. It's like 400 here, yeah. It's 37 in this office at the moment, but I do have 2 fans blowing on me at the moment, so I feel a little bit better for it. Rainy Watkins Glen, what could go wrong? Everything. Absolutely everything.
That's another new follower.
But thank you so much for the follows we've had on the Twitch side. Logie UK and A's as well. Hope you're both doing good and doing well. And off the back there, someone's gone completely Tokyo Drift off the track. But are we all ready for a very quick track guide / intro? On my YouTube, there is a track guide from last season for Watkins Glen, which includes a wet lap. So get yourself onto there, get yourself checking it out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get you making a couple attempts. But before we see how many have signed up for the session, let's go over a very quick lap guide of Watkins Glen in the wet for this session here. So going around turn number 11, thank you to Bruno Gayoto for doing a lap here for us. It'll be a lot quicker in the dry, I promise. But going down the straight, we're going to be looking for between the 300 and the 200 board for our first braking zone. A bit of camber on the inside. You don't need to take all the curb, but maybe a little bit for when it's dry. Be careful going out too wide because that is an off track. Then up the S's, a bit of lifting in the wet. The start of the race is going to be absolutely chaotic. I am telling you now, more lifting will be needed as usual, even in the dry. But once you're through the S's of 2, 3 and 4, you're going to be racing up towards the bus stop, aka the inner loop. Since the new refresh of Watkins Glen, you can't cut the first part of this inner loop as much as you're probably used to. Bit slower through then, and you can tap all the apexes and then fly out to the outer loop. Keep yourself nice and tight on the inside where that marshal set on the right hand side is. Start to accelerate out. On the exit, get back to the right hand side to get yourself ready for the shoot and the heel. Just a shoot, no heel. I don't know why I said heel yet. Once you're out to there, glide across to the left hand side, and in the wet you might want to be a bit more close to the centre of the track. But combat your uphill by getting quite early on the accelerator and being as smooth as possible. Second gear could do you pretty good here, but I'll tell you what, you might not think so, but the third gear, if you get it right, will torque you up through. Then to the heel, just after the 200 board, get yourself down to second gear. With the new track limits, you can't go over that blue, yellow and red curb without getting your off track. Up the corner, brake quite late for this one, let the car do the work. Hit the late apex, get straight back onto the throttle in the wet, try and keep away from the puddles and the paint. Turn number 10, a slight lift, bit of a brake and a shift down in the wet is needed though as you get from the right to the left, final corner. Be very careful of that pit lane entrance paint, because it does get extremely slippy in the wet. But in the dry, you can go around in 4th gear, try not to connect with the wall, and with that, there is your lap of Watkins Glen boot. But to be honest, a lot of you already know this circuit pretty well, because the iRacing special event, the Watkins, or 6 hours of the Glen, was recently done here last weekend. By the way, how did you lot get on? Where did you finish in the endurance race? For my own team, it was I kind of messed everything up with my PC and stuff like that, but in the end we actually managed to get a pretty good finish. It was a hell of a climb back, but we made it. Started 17th, went back to 33rd, battled our way back up to 17th. And Mr. Kiso, thank you so much for throwing the follow on the Twitch side as well. Just a little note to everyone joining on the Twitch side. On YouTube, it is sim racing stuff. It is anything to do with cars and sports. When it comes to the Twitch side, well, you're getting a little bit of everything from racing, pro wrestling, RPGs, community games where we'll chill out, drink a beer or water. It's a little bit of variety on the Twitch side, but we'll try and do as much of the racing stuff on the Twitch as possible, just like we do with the YouTube. And on the YouTube side, it's track guides and everything that you all love about the iRacing side, especially with TCR. Usually on these Tuesday broadcasts, the camera doesn't come on, I will quickly, just so you can see just how much I'm sweating. I am sweating. And there we go. Right, 5 minutes to go. See how many people have signed up for the Open, which starts in 5.5 minutes. Anybody who enters will get entered into the Strength of Field TCR Championship, or the TCR Championship Strength of Field, whatever you want to call it. TCR SOF, you can call it whatever you like, as long as you're in there racing. There is currently nearly 40 people signed up, but that will obviously go over 40 within the next 5 minutes, which means we're going to have 3 splits, which means 3 chances to win a TCR race and 3 chances to get as many points as possible to jump onto the league. Can we get rain IRL and on track? I would love rain right now. In fact, I've discovered when I was watching Metallica, it could be lightning, which means if they play Ride the Lightning and we see a lightning strike, I will go absolutely berserk. Right, let's get to seeing who else is in this practice session at the moment. In fact, it's somebody else who's streaming right now. Patrick G24 on YouTube. Go! Oh my god! Huh. Go over and say hi to them. Patrick G24. Okay, I need to very quickly sort some settings out because I had to turn down a lot of settings. For 6 hours at the Glen. Yo, anything else I need to do? I don't actually think there's much else I need to do with these, to be honest. I'm going to put that back up to 60 because I don't need any more than that. And I think we're good for everything else. As you can see, I need some sort of sugar, daddy or mommy, whatever you want, to buy me a PC. It was a nice save, wasn't it? Got Burak in here as well. But just because it's raining in this practice, it is no guarantee. No guarantee at all that we're going to get rain during the session. At the moment, we've got Salvatore Guerri at the moment, just chilling. And they see Tamian. Got Jack Brown as well.
Meow.
New PC or just a GPU? My GPU's decent. I have a decent GPU and processor. I'm going to melt racing tomorrow on BSTV. Get some a bucket of ice or a bowl of ice water in front of your fan. You'd be shocked how much it helps. It's going to get 38 degrees tomorrow in Germany, and I have a 2-hour bus ride to see A Day to Remember indoors. Please kill me. It'll be fine. They'll have aircon at the gig, won't they? Won't they? Won't they? Yeah. No. Okay. Stefan Klauker as well in the racing forces. A lot of these names you'll see in the Backfire Simsport TV League. It streams on BSTV every Wednesday. I do commentary with Pete Bingham every week on that channel. I won't be tomorrow, but I will be in the chat, so come join me in the chat tomorrow for that one. Yeah, that's a bit slow these days. Hey, for what I do, it's plenty quick enough. Right, 2 more minutes left to get yourself signed up for the Open. There is nearly 50 people in. We need 2 more people in, And then that means some unlucky sod is going to end up getting 0 points this week. Who's joining Pete? I actually don't know yet. Let's see the racing. Racing will be coming. Don't you worry, my friend. Don't you worry. Trying to look to see Jada Martinez in here as well. Have a look what this looks like from above. Kevin included the week 1 races for... Yes, he did, yes. So if you have a look at the table, which is just here in the chat now. This is Motorsport Manager. There's a rumor that Motorsport Manager 2 is going to get confirmed this week. And I will tell you all right now, those who were with me during the F1 Manager launch, where they were very kind enough to send me free stuff, when I had 12,000 people on the channel on the front page of Twitch, I'll be doing everything in my power to try and get early access to that game. I'm really hoping they don't just give it to Arav and work the space. I really hope they remember me. But hey, I remember that guy. An online mode would be incredible. An online motorsport management game. Hell yeah, I am completely with you on that one. Alright, so the race will be starting very, very soon. Let's get ourselves ready for that. I hope they remember me because it was a day to remember. Don't worry, we get more professional once in the races. But yes, if you haven't already, get over to the YouTube side, put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Watkins Glen track guide for this week, especially for IMPC this weekend, which I should be back from Scotland by then, and we should be able to do IMPC, because I haven't already had enough of Watkins Glen. Honest. Right, ads will be running whilst we transfer across. Don't go anywhere. It is race day with week 2 of the TCR Strength of Field Championships. These are the Top Split broadcasts. I am your host, JayCaulls. It's a pleasure to see you. If it is first time here, kick back, relax, but don't forget, if you are watching on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe. If you're here on Twitch for the first time, get yourself following. Those who are regulars here, well, it's another week, but something slightly different, especially with how I just introduced myself into today's race. The TCR Strength of Field Championship is happening. If you enter the top split times and splits, the top 50, depending on how many iRacing Championship points are earned, will go into the standings with their own point system for a TCR Strength of Field Championship. It's a way so that even if you're not in top split, you can see how your progress is against the guys at the top. But if you want even more information on that, then join the TCR Cord, look at the announcements, everything you need is in there. If you are on YouTube watching this now, then
That's another new
thanks so
follower.
much for the follower just there. But if you are on the YouTube side, check the video description below and you'll see a load of links just there. If you're watching on Twitch live right now, type in the command TCR SOF and you get more links just there. Thank you so much, Shiz Maldonado, for throwing the follow over there. Let's have a quick look at the championship table so far. So after the first race of Oran, that's right, I was secretly recording all your results, or asking the website to do it for me just there. And across the three splits, Pascal is in the lead at the moment with 45 points, Abel T with 42, and third place at the moment is Chris W. Now the points are based on real life TCR point systems, plus bonus 2 points for fastest lap in your split, bonus 2 points for pole position in your split, and if you get a 0x race, as we see a few people have under here, 17th and 18th, you get a bonus 3 points just there. The top 50 people in all the splits that happen, depending on how many iRacing Championship points they get, will get points. Right, on to the qualifying action that we have going on this minute. Get everything set up ready for qualifying. Everything you need is just there. Anton will be starting ourselves off. You lot know how qualifying works by now. At the bottom of your screen right now is a couple of bars. If it hits a green sector, it is their personal best. If it is purple, well, that means they're the quickest of the whole session, just like Tony Walker is so far in Sector 1. Nope, someone's stolen that off them, which we might be able to see who that is in a second. It's not going to show us, but it's Andre Castro. We have some extremely fast people in this split at the moment. Rain expected? Good question. We can now quickly put up the weather, because there is rain expected in quite a few of these fixes this week, but can't seem to get the information just there, so allow me to be unprofessional for a second. Oh no! And there is, oh, you're lucky, 0% chance of rain in the broadcast split. Currently on the cameras now, Anton Shishnikov, the number 9. It is a bit of an Audi fest at the moment, as you can see by the timing tower. However, what do the top 3 know that the rest of us don't? Wodge, Andre and Gonzalo all in, by looks of it, Elantras. Let's have a look. So Fabi just there is going to Elantra it up. Andre Castro is also in the Elantra, and then finally Wodge also in Elantra. So it's 3 Elantras versus the world, it seems. Quite a few getting personal bests, which I should hope so for their first laps. Or did the top 3 know that we don't know how to drive fast? I'd call that unlucky. Kurt, it's good to see you, by the way. I hope you're good. Hope you are well. And I agree. I love the rain in this. The rain in iRacing is absolutely brilliant racing for front wheel drive. If you check out my lap guides on YouTube, then there is a rain lap on there just to show you the preferred lines through there. I'm not quick in the wet, but hopefully my lap guides can help you out a fair bit. Castro at the moment is the car in the lead. He is the one to beat. Current championship leader Pascal. I'm pretty sure I just saw Pascal is in this session somewhere. Pascal, where are you, my lovely Pascal? Oh, not even a qualifying lap in yet. Look at that, 7.8k, 7.4k, 8.1k. Pascal definitely has their their work cut out for them today. Yeah, they could probably drive a wheelie bin to the podium, to be fair. Hopefully, the chat at the bottom of my screen right now shows both YouTube and Twitch. So if you are on YouTube, feel free to chuck something in the chat right now. Hopefully, it will throw something underneath. Breadwood, good to see you as well, man. Jelloffle and chips. Right, big man of jelloffle and you know what? Sure. Bread, good to see you. I hope you're good. Hope you are well. You know what? I've just realised this is a Red Bull paint. Have a look what's been drawn on the side of this car by a child. And to be fair, the child draws better than I do. Before everyone thinks that I'm taking the mickey. That's actually a really nice paint. That's brilliant. I would love Pascal to let us know. If anyone here is a teammate of Pascal's or knows Pascal, they need to tell us exactly what the premises of that paint is. I love it. Just like Lando Norris's crayon helmet. It's brilliant. I'm rubbish, to be honest. Sick as a dog for 3 days. I'm sorry to hear that, Kurt. I hope that your whatever you've got right now passes quickly, but we're having a look as Vesine goes. Pascal told me how to pronounce his name the other day, and I've already completely forgot because I am a bad person. But so Pascal, yes, I'm not going to attempt the surname again, gets their time in and qualifies in 5th place. We've still got a couple of people on the track at the moment. Just having a look, Tony Walker getting some last minute practice, and what a lovely Audi paint that is, by the way. It's a brilliant Audi paint. Let's get the track map up so you can see whereabouts on the course Tony is. Those who don't know, the course is at the toe of the boot. This is the Watkins Glen boot layout used by probably a lot of GT3, IMSA stuff, a lot of NASCAR. NASCARs do run here. In fact, with this boot layout, you sometimes get a lot of guest appearances in the car, which recently over years does include Jenson Button, Kimi Raikkonen. I really hope one day K-Mag returns and does Watkins Glen, because he is really ruffling up some feathers in his race this last weekend, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the NASCAR highlights, check out their last race. It was actually a banger. NASCAR doesn't use a boot, or does it not? Oh, well, that part of the course then, cut it out. They just carry on going and making the track guide or track map look a little bit sus, in all honesty. Right, that's Tony Walker going over the line. I reckon Tony's actually getting some extra laps of practice in, not just for this race, but for the BSTV. Tomorrow is Super Sprint, so it's 3 times 20-minute races. Not to be missed. Waiting for the last few to finish up their laps. There we go. So, row number 1 is Andre Castro and Gonzalo Fabi, 2 titans who are no doubt going to be door-to-door over this whole entire race, but don't count out Wodge on the second row, as well as Anton as well, and Pascal behind with Chris on second and third rows. They'll be looking to mop up any mistakes at the front to make. We also have Salvatore Guelli and Jack Brown in 7th and 8th, with row 5 being Giato and Tony Walker. I am mispronouncing so many words, but you know what? I don't care. Alexei and Sydney are 11th and 12th, with Tamien and Argon in 13th and 14th. 15th onwards is Laura Mesa, Abel Trinado, Malte Schneider, Lazaro Benotti, and that's it. 18 competitors on this one. So we're waiting for 2 more to join the grid. It's all about, wow, that is such a zoomed out view just there. Andre Castro with Gonzalo Fabi by the side. It is going to be such a tight first few corners. Anybody who's looking at doing this track this week, when you get to the S's, you need to make sure you lift going too wide through those S's on the first couple of laps, because it's potentially going to get a little bit hairy. Here we go. 5 lights and away we go. Into the first corner. It's a great start from Castro Watch manages to get onto the inside, just onto the outside. Gonzalo Fabi just behind. And already so many getting thrown out and someone going nearly towards the wall, but they managed to get it just in. There's our leaders, but we go a bit further out and straight away. There is a car. That's Gonzalo Fabi. Gets collected by Schneider. And already one of the top guns is completely out. No doubt there's going to be some choice words said over the radio there, but let's get onto the next danger point as leaders. Can everybody get through the bus stop as nicely as possible? They don't want to, but they will. Tony Walker and Bruno behind fighting it out. And already one at the top, and the power slide from behind. Alexei showing us that last night they were binging Fast and the Furious 3 Tokyo Drift, the only good Fast and the Furious film. Don't come at me, just trust me. As we go further back, there's so many people chasing down. Do these people know? And it sounds like someone's just done a power slide in front and a big dive on the inside from Lazaro. Manages to keep that inside line, but on the outside, that Audi's going to have a lot of overspeed, but the Audi Sport managing to cover in front of the Red Bull. It's close behind, everyone looking for an opportunity to grab every single position they can. It's a bit of an Audi fest at the moment on the track of Watkins Glen Boot. They're still fighting along. I'm just keeping here because I feel that there's a little bit of nibbling going on behind. But that is lap 1 completed. 2 going back to the pits, or well, that's definitely Gonzalo Fabi going back to the pits. Schneider's car is not looking very well at all, but that's just very, very unfortunate. On to Salvatore Guelli at the moment. Has Pascal, your current TCR SOF Championship leader for fixed, just behind. If they can somehow get themselves in the podiums, that's going to surely keep them top 3 of the league at the moment. They're going to be keeping as close behind as possible, and look at this draft train happening behind. It's like a gaggle of cars right now. It's like a TCR centipede right now. Up towards the bus stop, they're going to be side by side, and Salvatore lets Pascal through. Better to survive that corner than carry on going side by side. Is that a lap rocker paint? It is. Oh, fantastic. I hope he's well. I hope to see him doing some TCRs over the next few weeks. And Wetz is disconnected just there by the looks of it. Chris Wetz, who was running up in 6th or 7th place by the looks of it, and now is giving a freebie to everybody underneath unless they suddenly reappear out of nowhere. At the moment, Tony Walker with the fast... Oh no, sorry, it's Bruno at the moment with the fastest Sector 1 out of anybody else on the field at this moment in time. But further behind, this is where all the fighting is going on at the moment. It is the fight for 10th place, with Alexei at the moment having to defend from Lazaro Bainotti. Audi versus Audi. In fact, I can tell you now, it's Elantra, and Audi's then all the way up to 16th place. But he's getting closer and closer, but not as close as probably what Abel is feeling right now for Barak. And Barak's going to get so much overspeed just there. And surely this is going to be Barak getting that inside lane. So there's a bit of a dive on the inside there as well. Gets the job done. Could be an overcut up and under. And it's all pushing right back to the inside. And I tell you what, whichever of these two could... Oh, and that's a big spin. That is a massive spin. And the Red Bull car, keep onto the brakes if you can, but keeps it to the side. Oh my god. That was rough. Let's see exactly how rough it was. Oh, apparently that's how rough it was. Let's try that again. So he gets the overspeed. Jess, good to see you. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment. And actually the Red Bull kind of drifts out wide a little bit, but got to give each other space going up that hill there. Nice car on that thumbnail, right? Alright, back to the live footage, because Tony Walker at the moment is has got Bruno sniffed around his back. Let me phrase that better. Tony Walker has Bruno right at the back of it. No, let me rephrase it again. Tony Walker has Bruno right behind, but hang on, I can hear a lot. Oh! And Andre Castro, that's another top player. That's another top driver up against the wall just there. Fabi had a crash right at the beginning. We will go back to that shortly, but I need to have a quick look what happened here. Andre Castro. What on earth happened there? So Andre going around the corner. This wasn't it, surely. Andre going around the corner. Oh, and that looks like a hardware issue. Let's have a look inside the cockpit. Have a look at that steering wheel. If that just suddenly... Oh, yeah, it's stuck. It's... Oh, no. And Andre was in the lead as well. What is going on? And he's tried to carry on, but has to go back to the pits eventually. Wow, that puts Woj in the lead, but Anton Shishnikov is right behind. 4/10, and already that's 2 Hyundais out. Which one of you has a sniper rifle in the in the crowd and is specifically targeting non-German cars? Let's have a quick look what happened with Gonzalo Fabi right at the beginning as well, because that was massive as well. We didn't actually get to see in the end who actually caused the Fabi fail. Massive thank you to Backfire Simsport TV, by the way, for letting me use their SDK. Gonzalo Fabi on the inside just there has car number 1, Woj right behind, and oh, and Schneider tried everything to get out of the way of that. But that is the problem with the exit to turn number 1. It really does, on cold tyres, throw you out wide as possible. At the moment, Woj in at the lead. We are not even halfway through this race yet, by the way. Big F, absolutely was. Is this the iRacing charity race? Wow. Wow. Jess, how we doing? I hope you're good. Hope you are well. Say that the track shape looked like someone bending over. What? Just want to say that the track shape looks like someone bending over. What? What? If that's the case, you don't want to see the NASCAR layout. Just saying. Oh my god, I can't see. Oh, no. I can't. This is a professional broadcast, and now that's... Oh my god. Right, anyway, we go further back, because this is where all the action is, and we catch it just at Tamian deciding to do a drift around the outside. Jack Brown as well, side by side. Fabi wasn't letting him back on the track, like someone putting a book back on the bottom shelf. What? Oh, and the front of that car's missing. Burak, where's the rest of your car gone, mate? Let's have a look if we've got anything for Burak just there. Oh, Abel Trinado has crashed as well. I've had another one, but I want to see exactly what's happening here. Car number 8, Jack Brown, trying to defend as much as possible from Burak. Let's have a quick look to see what happened with Abel Trinado. I think you're going the wrong... Oh, that's the Red Bull. Right, okay. Then Andre Castro crashing, which I think was the one that we saw. Yep, steering wheel just locking to one side. Okay, and we're up to date. Mate, have you seen the 3 AM professional broadcast of Le Mans? Well, let's test to see who has seen the 3 AM broadcast of Le Mans. So guys, if you can't have cake at 3 AM, what can you have instead? Alright, so as we go through lap number 6, the bus stop, and Wodge is not keeping Anton away from him at the moment. Anton doing an absolute terrific job keeping up. Now, is that because of the car? Or is that because Anton feels a bit racy around here? That could be taken the wrong way when I say it like that. No, not that. Wasn't it David Addison? It's something like that. I mean, I'm not going to repeat his boxer joke from this year, but... Right, the grid at the moment, there's always a battle going on somewhere in the field, and it is between these two at the moment. Currently, your screen focused on Lazzaro Bainotti. Oh, and it looked like they were going to make a bit of a dive on the inside there of Alexei Arambayev. The Man After Dark is basically the best entertainment. The BTCC's commentator. Oh, was it? See, I still don't know who the commentators have. Should be me. Right, lap number 7. 11.5 minutes into fixed race of the TCR Strength of Field Championships. That's right, Championships. Type in TCR SOF. If you want to know more information on the Twitch side, if you're on YouTube, check out the video description below. If you are in the TCR Core Discord, look at the announcements tab, everything is on there. We're going to trial it this season, see how it goes. Should be good. Be interesting to see how quick it updates as well. If it updates before the open race, but here we go side by side, going into... Oh! And there's a car to the side there. I'm pretty sure that's not the way that you should go through there. However, number 14, Sydney Hards, is going to be wham bam, thank you ma'am. Cheers love for the top 7. To get David Walter on Le Mans Overnighters, that would get weird. I keep hearing the sounds of people skidding, and I think Tony Walker has just had a massive skid at that corner. So quick look what happened here. Somebody didn't give the other space. To be honest, number 10. Oh, it's a bit netcody. Bit netcody, but would have got a spotter call saying someone was by the side of you. But was it enough that maybe the best... I mean, we're talking hindsight, of course. Would the best course of action have been just to back out and try again next lap? At the moment, Sydney now has Lazzaro behind. I tell you what, Lazzaro is going to absolutely fancy the chances to maybe not have contact again, but have a brilliant run out of this corner. So Sydney in front and car number 14. Up against number 10, Lazzaro, and is he going to have enough speed here? Sydney's not hitting those apexes, so it could potentially be by the side. And you know what? He's going to do it again. He's going to try it again. And... oh! Can you guys hear that? And that's Pascal off! What happened with Pascal? I just heard the sound of a Frey Bentos thing getting opened. And I don't think that's going to pass its MOT. Wow. What on earth happened there? So Pascal catching the bumper. Oh, that's a massive bump. And just... the floor just disappears from inside the Audi. And it decides to go on an adventure. Jeez, that was a heavy hit just then. That's another top runner completely out. Lazzaro has managed to get ahead of Sydney Hards there. after Sydney did back out of the inner loop, what we saw before we had to quickly go and see what happened with Pascal. That is 3 major crashes at least in this race, and a race connection just behind these two though. Lexi and Enissi both side by side into turn number 1. The space is going to get given, but number 13 is going to have a lot of overspeed just there. Slight nudge. Now, can they be nice through this bit? Oh, and they got a little bit close. As long as 15 gives space on the inside, they do. That's a lot of space they're giving each other there, but it keeps them both in the race. And 15 needs to get across that left-hand side as soon as possible, unless they feel like they're going to defend. Oh, and that is a Rizzler paper width. Oh, and it's a spin. And Tammy then, what's a rejoin? You cannot rejoin the course like that. And unsurprisingly, Brown not happy over the comms for that, and I wouldn't be either. Wow, that was that was not a great rejoin at all, in my opinion. That could have ended a lot worse. But over to the blimp. Want the OG Top Gear doing Le Mans Unfiltered. I don't think they'd last 5 hours, to be honest, before they'd want to go to bed. But nearly approaching 17 minutes of an absolutely carnage fixed race at Watkins Glen. Currently have Wodge in the lead, followed very closely by Anton Shishnikov, though the gap between Wodge and Anton is just growing apart longer and longer every single lap. Nearly 3 seconds now. Anton did so well to keep up for that long. I'm just having a quick look at the last laps, and I tell you what, Anton is getting caught up. Currently has a gap of just over 2 seconds between himself and Salvatore Gueli, but Salvatore was 6/10 quicker that last lap. Gonna probably have 1 more lap left after this one. Next lap could be the final lap. So as long as Anton can keep it nice and clean, shouldn't have any problems. But if Salvatore gets within 1.2 seconds and himself going all the way up to Lazaro, maybe not Lazaro, Tony Walker, I think there might be a lapped car in between them somewhere. Well, neither do you. Hey man, there's no way I could survive even half of Le Mans doing commentary. I'd run out of all sorts of cake stuff to discuss. Alright, Sydney Hards at the moment keeping close, tucked up behind Lazaro Bainotti. Just to let people know, registrations have opened for the open race at Watkins Glen, which is going to be a drier race than what you saw during the Watkins Glen practice. Space Cakes! Oh, I should have said that out loud. Also further behind, Tarinen chasing down Jack Brown. Brown having to pull off every single clean line that they can to try and keep their 9th place safe and secure. Just a reminder, because of this Strength of Field Championship, those who are leading in the top 3 of Split 2 have a chance to gain... Oh, and I thought that was going to be a lot wider than that from number 8. But the top 3 in Split 2 have a chance to gain points, which will give them even more points than those who are on camera right now. This is the beauty of the Strength of Field Championship. Even those in Split 3 could potentially get more points than those who are finishing towards the rear of this championship here. And as there are only 18 people in top split at the moment compared to the 19 and 20s that we had in Alton Park, it means that those in second split will get even bigger points, and vice versa for split 3. Getting a bit closer in front though. Hards looking at putting the number 10 under as much pressure as possible. See what they see on board with Hards. Getting closer and closer. We are on the final lap of the race, by the way. Looks like Wodge has this one in the bag, but Still a couple of positions that could be contested for in the top 12. 3 separate battles at the moment. All it takes is one mistake. The fan still has plenty of battery in it. I have no information to give you at this moment in time. Going up the toe of the boot. And really nice lines through there. And it's kind of the same for Jack Brown, who is in front of Taminen at the moment, who we've got eyes on. Laura, she's catching up to Barack in front. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to pull a position out the bag. As we have a look at these two, just so there's going to be no more catching up, which gives Wodge the win for the Strength of Field fixed race. Anton in second with Salvatore Gueli in third place, making up the rest of that podium. And some big hitters in there have lost a mountain of places, so expect to see many happy places, those finishing up into the top 10. Sydney able to keep that position at the end there. Same with Jack Brown, just managing to finish in front of Annecy. And then Laura, she's not quite able in... Is that a Barbie Audi? That was a Barbie Audi. Laura in the Barbie Audi, not quite able to get any higher than the 12. That's still 3 positions up. Wait for the last lot to get round the line. We're still... got a handful finishing up. Love your attention span. It's because it's warm. If it's warm, I'm forgetting everything. Let's get into the car with Abel Trinado. We still have Pascal making their way to the end as well. Down 9 positions from the start. Abel though, up a position in 15th. But the 33 who are watching live right now on Twitch and YouTube, thank you all so much. Any feedback on the TCR Strength of Field Championships and the announcements, feel free to ask any questions or give the feedback. Get yourself in the TCR cord as well. I'm just chucking a load of links in the chat because I accidentally pressed the wrong button on the stream deck, so now I've got to press them all. There's a selection of leagues for you all, not just European. All days of the week. There's a North American one in there as well. And then finally, some V8 Supercar League stuff as well. Alright, Wodge gets the win there. Nearly 4 seconds ahead of Anton Shishnikov and Salvatore Gueli, rounding off the rest of the podium places with Bruno Gaiotto, Tony Walker, Lazaro Bainotti, Sydney Hards, Alexi we'll just call him Alexi, that's fine. Jack Brown and Annecy rounding up the rest of that top 10. 11th onwards is Burak, Laura, Malte, Pascal, Abel, Andre, Chris and Gonzalo. Some big names going out of that race or having to pit to repair. Absolutely insane instance. We'll quickly go over a few of those right now. Oh, tell you what, I'm sweating and I'm just in the booth. So, Gonzalo Fabi, the first major incident of the race. Once again, thank you to Backfire Simsport TV for technically sponsoring the Strength of Field races here. And Gonzalo, it's not letting me play. Can we play, please? There we go. That's not who we want. Gonzalo... could be argued, didn't give space for Wodge to get back onto the circuit, but we're going to go back a little bit further on this one, just to we're going to quickly stop for a second. Now, here's one for you. If the person you're racing goes off the track to the point that they get an off track, should they, I know for sportsmanship wise they should get an opportunity to get back onto the track, but if they go and get an off track like that, I mean, that's technically back on the track. Just saying, there was a lot of people who were against Gonzalo on that one, but I don't want to be that guy.
Toto?
Yes.
It's called a motor race, okay?
What?
Sorry?
We went to car racing.
Thank you for the soundbite there. Anyway, I'll leave that one up for debate on on there. As usual, don't get your pitchforks out. Be nice. Don't say stuff to them that you wouldn't say to their face, and don't say you'd say it to their face. Let's be honest, you wouldn't. Also, going off the circuit, we had this situation here as well. Slight bit of an off track. I don't think this would have really done too much. Oh, actually nearly off into the wall there. But the Red Bull going to the side. And you have to leave each other space. Still an unfortunate crash, nonetheless. Then Andre Castro's wheel deciding to do whatever it wants. Hardware issue. And that ends the race just there for Andre Castro. And then another shocking one here. Let's get on board with this one. Pascal, your current, or was your championship leader, slightly overdoing it there, managing to get controlled, going over the side, car jumps about, boom. That was the last of the big accidents just there. Right, let's get ourselves loaded in, ready for the open race. God, there was so much happening in that race. It really was. We're nearly already into 2 splits, so get signed up if you haven't already. Just quickly loading this up now. I'm going to run a quick 1-minute ad on the Twitch side. I don't know if YouTube will do the ads or not. Thank you to Double Figures watching on there. Raceway say I got 2nd place in my split, 0x2. Hell yeah, congrats. Brilliant stuff. Right, it looks like... Just having a quick look. Katagai, thank you for 93 months of subbage. It ran out. Why do I get ads? What is going on? That's right. If you're on... By the way, this goes to everyone on YouTube as well. If you have a Twitch account and you have Amazon Prime, connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account. And feel free to sub to the Twitch channel with Prime. It's a free sub to any Twitch account. Use it. It doesn't have to be with me. If you use it with me, the money goes straight back towards iRacing and organising like Monday practice sessions for people with TCR. Right, the open session. Just having a quick look, and it looks like the championship standings have updated. I'm just having a quick look. Yes, because it's got likes of Chris and Alexander with DNFs, but still getting points via fastest lap. Let's have a quick look. Okay, cool. Right, who wants to see how the fixed championship looks at the moment? It is already updated, so let's get to it. So at the moment, Anton leads the fixed strength of field championship. We're second place and fastest lap. Hang on, so it's not right here. Did Anton not? Have we not had anyone have 2 good results in a row? Interesting. So what you see on the board at the moment is the finishing positions. So first place, and when you put your mouse over the top of it, let me make sure I click into it. When you put your mouse over the top of it, it tells you exactly how many points you get through it all. So Anton finished week 1 in 15th place in the iRacing Championship point standing, so it's 6 points. Finished second this week, so that's 42 weeks. Plus with fastest lap, he gets a bonus 2 points from that as well. So actually that does add up right. At the moment, Anton is in the lead with 48, so it just shows being consistent in top split could get you a fair way up. Pascal from first keeps somehow up to the second place, finishes 25th. 20th until 50th does get you 1 point on there, so at least people are still scoring some points every week. Wodge with his win didn't participate in round number 1, so with his 45 gives him third place in the championship at the moment. If we go all the way to the bottom, you're going to see plenty of people who do have 0 points in there. These are people who some did not start, some did not even finish, but because we had so many people in the first split, if you don't finish in the top 50 of championship points, you do unfortunately not get any points. But get your I rating up and get into better splits, and you have a chance to get yourself into these sorts of positions into the top 20, just like Chesney, who got second place in second split, but was enough to get the 11th highest amount of championship points across all the splits. So that puts Chesney up into 20th place with 13 points. Those with fastest laps in their split as well. So Alexander V as well, fastest lap. So gets a few bonus points there too. That's great. That's awesome. Open Championship though, the names you are going to be looking for are Augustin the Sausage Fernandez, Isaac Price and Kim Borkland. Can they carry on with their form and keep in the top 3 positions? But that is going to be something that we'll find out in less than 15 minutes. Until then, welcome everybody to the practice session. The officials haven't started just yet. There's going to be plenty of people getting their practice in, and we have Tom Woodcock at the moment trying to put some laps in. Oh, that's an interesting car paint. Whose lovely car paint is that? Pretty sure right now Tom's going to be thinking, oh crap, put the wrong paint on. Tom Woodcock at the moment, fastest time in practice so far. A 1 minute 54.18. Second place. He is no longer in the Veloster, but in a really nice looking Audi. Stephen Walker and Gordon Helga also in an Audi just there. About to hit the inner loop. Up the I'm not repeating the rest of that hashtag. Weird paint to see in the wild, but it is welcome nonetheless. But we have Jung-Soo Moon as well, which it must be around about 3 AM for him right now. And yes, I do realise the England game starts in 30 minutes and I will miss the first bit of it. I'll be honest, I'm going to try my best not to ruin myself with results. And watch it on the train to Scotland tomorrow. Or try to. "3 AM, time for get." Right then, the fastest in the session is Tom Woodcock. So for those who missed it first time, let's get ourselves in for a quick track guide. And here it is, Watkins Glen Boot, the quick version. As you go down the start straight, narrowly dicing with the wall on exit beforehand. Just before the 200 board, get yourself braked and hit that apex. Just a little nibble of the lower part of the corner, and don't drift too far wide, or else that will be an off track. For the S's, keep yourself tight in whilst trying to minimise the amount of steering that you do. You're going to be in a drag race with 19 other cars. The less steering that you do here, the better. But it's going to be a bit of a draft fest, so expect battles as you go up to the inner loop, aka the bus stop. Where the orange bit of the wall is, just there, break down. You can't cut too much of that first apex, but make sure that you hit every single curb that you come up against before going out wide and tucking back in for the outer loop. Wait until the marshal circuit goes in before accelerating out. Take plenty of the curb on the exit and sweep over to the right. Just before that little bit of drain cover just there, you want to brake and get yourself in. Wait until the last part of the corner and then accelerate out. Can be a very deceptive corner. Now you're in the boot section. Before you hit the toe, 200 meters, brake down. A bit of a late apex here will do the trick as well. Keeping it in third gear actually will, surprisingly, with the amount of torque, give you a better exit out than if you did it in second. But practice will be needed. Now a good old-fashioned heel turn just past the 200 board. Get yourself down to second gear. Tom's doing it in third gear because he's a lot braver than I am. Don't go too far over those bits of curb because it is an off track. Bit of a late brake needed and a late apex into turn number 9. Don't accelerate out too soon, or else it is a date with the wall. Second to last corner, a little bit of a lift, get it nice and deep in. Don't catch too much of that curb because it will send you airborne. Get to the left and use the camber of the corner. Be nice and brave here, but if you're too brave, then a date with destiny and the wall just there. But with that, that is a lap of Watkins Glen Boot. If you want a more in-depth look at Watkins Glen and a wet weather lap at the same time, check out the YouTube channel, check out my videos from last season. The Watkins Glen lap guide will do you just fine. Date with Destiny, is she nice? I'm not going to answer that. Rene Earhart, pride of Germany right now, going in to the bus stop. Currently the 4th quickest time. Just over half a second behind Jong Soo Moon. Sorting my arm out because I'm still peeling on my arm from excessive download festival sunburn. Yes, I had a nice time. However, my arms and my neck are still feeling it. It's a good opportunity for everyone at the moment to drink water as well. We have 7 minutes until the session opens for, well, the open race. You can have my face for a bit if you really, really want. Hi, I'm sweating. Ooh. I'm absolutely gushing right now. Moist. Moister than an oyster. Wetter than an otter's pocket. I sweated on Matt. Hey Gav, good to see you, man. How are we? Everyone, keep yourself hydrated. It's dangerous temperatures out there in Europe. Man won't say up the, but he'll say is gushing, as in with perspiration. Good, busy. Oh yeah, man. But you've been quite happy with both USA and France's World Cup campaigns so far. Yeah, it's been ecstatic. Just a reminder, we are live on YouTube at the same time, so make sure you put a thumbs up. Oh, I've just seen Skeptical Squirrel. Thank you for the 120 stream streak. Don't know if you're still in here about. I need to somehow get alerts for stream streaks because I miss every single one. Oh. And then so having a quick look to see how many people are inside of the registration window. Oh, we've got 34 in at the moment, so at least 6 more people, or 7 more people in the next 6 minutes, which is completely doable. And then we get 3 splits again. So 3 separate chances to get yourself a race win. License and registration, please. If you want, but just having a quick look at the schedule. Just stand-ins, results even. And last split had 3 people in as well, so nice. Nice. Had 41 people enter it last time, and that still put 13 to 14 people per split. I think we'll beat 41. So if you lot haven't and watching this, get yourself in the open session of TCR. There might be a few less English people in it than usual, due to the fact the England match is starting soon. Wait a second, I recognise that car. Is that a... It is. It's one of those rare paints that will never see the light of day again. This was a concept paint for my team next season, and I didn't go through with it in the end. It slightly changed a few things with it, but one of my good friends still runs it, so a rare academy paint there for you. Right, and we do still have Patrick Galek on here at the moment, who is also streaming. Patrick G24 is currently on YouTube. So actually, whilst we have 4 minutes left, let's go pay a visit. Watch this be a completely wrong... Oh, is he not streaming it? Or has he changed the name of his channel? Might have changed the name of his channel. Let's have a quick look. So setup, sharing, self-promo. Patrick G24. Yeah, I got it right. Oh, right, okay. Well, everybody on Twitch and YouTube, jump across to Patrick's YouTube right now. Say hi in there. So everyone say hi to Patrick. He's currently on 3 viewers. Okay, that's jumped up to 5 straight away. And everyone go subscribe to him. And you can watch his POV during these races. If he makes the top split, then you'll be able to watch his POV whilst I'm doing this on here. If not, you'll get to see what second split looks like. So, alright, I'm just having a quick look through the chat and stuff. Right, there we go. Okay. Right, so while this is just finishing up, a quick update on how many. We've got 38 39 now. You've got 1 minute left to get in, or we're going to have 2 splits of 20. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of people watching the England game, so let me just quickly... Go. Meow. Oh, Chesney's in here. And we have 41 registered.
Meow.
Okay. Okay then, so we're going to be running a couple of minutes of ads. Don't go anywhere. This is so anyone who jumps in doesn't get ads when the race is going on. And I'll see you lot in a couple of minutes. Get yourselves ready for the TCR Open. If it's anything like the fixed, get yourself ready for action. Welcome everybody to the TCR Strength for Field Championship top split broadcast of the open round of the Strength for Field Championships. That's right, those who didn't see the announcement on the fixed, I'll go over it again for the open. We've now managed to get away through grid post. Thank you to Kevin, the rest who have helped us along the way to record the results of all the splits in this time split. It's not time split, I know what I mean though. Sorry, it's so warm here at the moment. It's about 38 degrees Celsius in this room with two fans blowing on me. I am dripping everywhere. But thanks to this site here, we can bring up a Strength for Field Championship, the top 50 ordered per time split, as behind someone does a really lovely spin just there. SRG car as well, saying the thing. But the top 50 in iRacing Championship points get put into our own points system here. It is based on the real life TCR points system, as well as bonus points for fastest lap per split, pole position per split, and if you get a 0x in the race you get some bonus points on there as well. At the moment, after week 1 at Alton Park, because I was secretly tracking results from back there as well, Augustin Fernandez is your championship leader at the moment, with Isaac Price behind, 1 point behind because of getting that fastest lap, and Kim Borkland in third. But all the way down to 7th place, Josh T. Didn't see him in the race last week because he won second split. That's right, if you get more championship points in second split than somebody in first split, then you do go above them in the table, as you see with the fastest lap as well, able to get him level with Anton Shishnikov. But that table will be filling up more and more every week, so now everybody in the official Strength for Field has something to race for. We're trying it out this season, but feel free to give your feedback in the comment section of the video if you're watching afterwards, or go in the TCR cord and sound your constructive feedback just there. But the fixed race, those who haven't already seen it, was absolutely incredible. There was so much going on, so much. As we go with championship leader at the moment, Daniel Augustin the Sausage Fernandez, making his way around Watkins Glen. It was such an action-packed fixed race. If you get the chance, watch it again on the VOD. It was absolutely brilliant. Some absolute shock eliminations and retirements from that race, meaning that those who don't usually find themselves in the top 10 got such heavy nosebleeds. It was a lot to clean up. But anyway, we are now focusing on the open. As you can see, Isaac Price, Woj, Fernandez, 7k, 8.2, 8.8, 6.5 for Eric Blix as well. Rene Earhart up there too. This is a Strength for Field of 5.2k, the strongest Strength for Field of the season so far. So if you end up coming out on top on this one, it is mega amount of points for you, no matter where you're finishing in this split. So far, Isaac Price does the setups for Apex, currently leading the way, and may have to quickly reset all the paints, so bear me a second on that one. That's just loading up anyways. But Price, so many purple sectors, but I tell you what, this man right here, Augustin, is trying their best to put a puncher into Isaac's pole position perfect lap. I think it goes without saying, unless Isaac completely messed up that middle sector, that he will be in the lead even after Augustin's first lap here. Here we go, first laps on. Isaac Price setting nearly in the 52s, a 153.08. And Augustin goes up into second. He is off by only 0.2. It is that close at the moment. Also in the session, we've got the likes of Carl Hardy, Rene Earhart as well, and also Evan Kiso as well. You will see them every Wednesday on the Backfire Simsport TV channel. One of the best TCR leagues out there, with yours truly doing commentary with Pete Bingham on there. I won't be this week, I'll be on holiday. It's my last stream of the week. or sorry, last stream of the weekdays. It looks like Evan is not doing a second lap here, possibly an off track somewhere. Has completely ruined their start of the race here. Let's go on to a fellow BSTV driver, Stephen Walker. Not in a Veloster anymore, but instead rocking the Audi. Raceway as well saying after finding out it was 5.2k on the split. Oof, glad I'm not in it. No pressure, you now got to win second split instead. Slow down just there from Kiso as well. Jumps back to the pit lane. But Isaac Price going a bit slower everywhere else. Quickly do a refresh of the paints here while I can. And Isaac decided not to carry on with his lap. A major chance here for Daniel Augustin if he can start getting some green sectors, and he can't. Sector 4 is a slightly quicker personal best. No, it's not. Fernandez not getting any extra quick laps here. Looking at a watch here who is getting personal bests through everywhere apart from Sector 4 at the moment. It might be enough to steal third place from Gordon Helger, or maybe even occupy that front row with Isaac Price. Goes around that final corner. And Honda power here in a sea of Audis. And watch, your fixed race winner can only stay in 4th place, 8/10 off the lead pace. 2/10 between Isaac Price and Daniel Fernandez. Still got a couple more running sometimes. Maybe not for Burak. What about Ben? Ben is, but this could just be practice. We are nearly 7 minutes into this qualifying session. This track is awesome for Audi. It definitely seems that way at the moment. How am I? How are you 5th? Because you're rapid. I also think quite a lot of people are getting off tracks. Such a high strength of field. It is. It really, really is. I mean, we've got car number 6 still at the moment about to put their first time on. Will it be enough to get quite high up? A lot of personal bests in there. Bruno can only manage 12th and is not going to have enough time to get another time on the board. Meanwhile, 40 seconds is all that Ben has here. Ben Idris Abdillahi trying the best to get through. Didn't know strength of fields could get this high. Just you wait until the next TCR special event. War before the 24, you had to be at least 6k to get into top split. 7 seconds left. I think he's going to get a time in, but where can Ben go? He only got a personal best on Sector 2. Is it enough to get any higher? It's a slight improvement on time, but not quite. Not quite position. Just waiting for everyone else to get through. So first row is Isaac Price with Daniel Fernandez right behind. Gordon Hauger is starting 3rd place with Wodge, your fixed race winner, in 4th place. Evan Kiso takes 5th with Stephen Walker in 6th. That's going to be an interesting start because both are very good at their starts. Rene Earhart in 7th and Eric Blitz in 8th. Woodcock and Hardy in 9th and 10th with Argon and Gayotto in 11th and 12th. Rest of the grid in this 14 car race is Ben Idris in 13th with Jan Schoenfelder in 14th. Are you all ready and steady? Got everybody slowly gridding up. We've got one more left to go. And that could be the one. Are the lights about to go? The lights are getting ready. They're getting steady. It's Price versus Fernandez. But keep your eye on 5th and 6th place as they are... Oh, that's a good start all round by pretty much everybody. Stephen Walker on the very, very right-hand side of your screen just there. With a great start. Same for Evan Kiso as well. Jumping up to 4th place. Getting the jump on Wodge. And so far, so good. We keep a watch on behind as these two going side by side through the S's, and this is perfect for third place behind. Oh, and a little bit of a hit just there from Price onto Fernandez. Cold tyres sending him out wide. But coming up to the first major test, the bus stop, and it's single file for everybody here. Let's go a bit further back, and everybody got the memo of how safe it is to start in single file. We're not seeing anybody losing their footing just yet, but so far so good. Everybody racing way down, and that's a deep dive just there. And that is Kiso having to surrender the position back to Wodge. Wodge even with a great pass on the inside, approaching inside the boot. And it seems those who did the fixed race and maybe other people watching have oh, and Stephen Walker looking for a move on the inside of the Kiso just there, but so far so good. No shenanigans just yet. If you did get to practice and now I end up here, don't judge. All the judging. All the judging. Alright, Stephen Walker and Rene Earhart both have had plenty of feuds in BSTV, and now they find themselves in the open officials in the TCR SOF Championship. And Evan slightly doing a 50-50 grind as if he's playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 over that high curbing just there, but keeps the car going. Stephen Walker behind, but now we're going to see Rene versus Eric Blitz right now. Blitz going to have that inside line. Rene leaves plenty of space, but if Rene keeps on the outside, he's going to have plenty of run here, and is going to have the slipstream, which will keep him ahead of Thomas Woodcock. Here we go. On the blimp cam right now, as we make our way up towards... in front, Stephen Walker still fighting with Evan just there, and Tom Woodcock with a little nibble onto the inside of Rene Earhart there, but just does enough to back away whilst not losing any positions. Team Woodcock up the car. Oh, Jesus. Can't take the chat anywhere, can I? Oh, and that's a dive on the inside, and that's Woodcock out into the wall. Cox out for Woodcock, especially on the... No, Jay, no. On to the next part of the corner. And Woodcock is out. Though they're still back onto the circuit, there may be a bit too much damage to carry on and get any more positions unless anybody else is going to decide to battle. Speaking of, up here, battle for 5th place for a top 5. I tell you what, Evan Kiso is getting a trial by fire with their Watkins Glen defending at the moment. He's really commented how high the split is. He's the only car with a car number higher than 10 in double figures in that top 5 at the moment. Next one being just behind Carl Hardy, who is in a bit more of a comfortable place than Evan right now. Just behind Carl. We're going to have a nice run here. Let's get on board with Ben Idris right now. The number 6 in front is going to have a nice slipstream from Carl Hardy in front. Won't be enough to get a pass in here, but despite Ben being in the Elantra, is keeping up with the Audi, which usually has a slight bit of an advantage on straight line speeds. Plenty going on in front as well. Let's quickly jump over to Stephen Walker. Chasing down the SRG car in front. Sounds like Woodcock went for glory and found the wrong hot... Oh my god. Wodge versus Gordon right now. Wodge, your fixed race winner. Just keeping an eye on the outside. Oh, there's a car off the circuit just there. Right behind. And that's Bruno trying to keep tight whilst leaving space. And look at that brilliant racing, giving each other enough space. The Hyundai on the outside will have plenty of overspeed on the exit and might just be... the penguins from Madagascar on back of one of those cars. And the Hyundai just ahead, and look how close it is right now. It is side by side. Could be potentially going 3 wide. Expect to see a return dive on the inside here. It happens, and it's a bit more door banging here. TCR Racing at its finest. And the number 9 car, which is Burak Argan. That is the penguins from Madagascar. Tough fights just there, but they're keeping themselves going. Meanwhile, just in front, Evan Kiso having to defend from Stephen Walker, but Walker's going to get the inside line here. Just depends how quick they can both get back onto the throttle, or else they do have a very hungry Audi and Eric Blitz just behind. The Swede, number 4, is going to be looking at taking advantage as much as possible of these two fighting. On board right now with Eric. Another fight going on just in front too. Whilst those two are fighting, let's have a look, seeing what's happening here. Both nearly going too wide. Somehow Gordon is still in front, holding off the fixed race winner from earlier in the evening. Get to watch what happened with the Woodcock crash earlier. And somehow Wodge still not able to get through. Let's have a quick look just behind. Close battles just there, and it's even closer behind here, and nearly a little tap. I tell you what, everyone has, if you look at the track map, everyone has spread into their own little battles here. Own little clusters. At the moment, Isaac Price still in the lead from Augustin Fernandez, taking up the rear and that second place. And after that, you got the duo of Gordon and Wodge all fighting it out. Stephen Walker able to keep that place versus Evan Kiso, and is looking to try and get away from the rabble and the gaggle behind him. Kiso, Blitz and Earhart all fighting away. Then a near 5-second gap before our next cluster of cars fighting it out. Whilst we're doing that, let's have a quick look what happened with Tom Woodcock's incident. So it's out of the outer loop, the pink and blue car of Woodcock. Dive on the inside, and car on the inside riding the curb, causing a bit of instability to push him outwards into the Honda Civic. But you can defend on the outside of that corner, surprisingly, leave space on the inside, and still have the inside line going up to the toe of the boot. So maybe could have been avoided, but that is still Woodcock all the way at the back. Actually, it's not. It's Carl Hardy at the back. Do you want to go live? Go live if you want. Technical difficulty. Ah, there we go. Carl Hardy having to enter the pits there. I don't know what happened there, unless it was a penalty, but I didn't really see anything, to be honest. Yeah, there's nothing coming up on my screen for that one, so let's get straight to some of the closest battles just here. Top of your screen at the moment, you can see Wodge still not in front of Gordon yet. It's either great defending from Gordon, or Wodge is just not able to pick that right chance and that right moment to stick a nose in and see where it leads. Further back, it's getting a bit close here. The Honda trying to dance around in the mirrors and nearly top and tailing right there. Number 6 using as much of that road as possible. And the 13 not quite able to stick a nose in. That's going to mean that the Honda Civic behind is going to get a good run. And ooh! And Jan so close to belting that Civic against the wall there. The white, black and orange Civic behind. Dicing with death. How close can you get to the wall? That close, and what a beautiful sound that is. Still making their way around and keeping an eye on the other battles at the moment, but this is the closest one so far. Somehow Gordon is able to keep the .22 gap on Wodge, but it is getting closer and closer. Just at the front. Oh, both deciding whereabouts they want to go here. It's getting close. that in the background as well. No big position changes, but I tell you what, further back. Oh, nearly a bit of a power slide just there from Bruno, but manages to keep it going somehow. Jeez, he's getting close, and somehow Gordon is still keeping in front of Wodge. Wodge is going to start having to put in some risky moves, and tell you what, someone just made a dive on the inside there as we go into the chute, out of the chute, into the toe, and that looks like that could be a great pass from Ben. We're just going to quickly see how the rest of this corner goes, just in case we get a retaliation pass. I say retaliation as if that's going to result in any sort of murder. I hope he keeps it going. Up the hill, not quite enough to go through. Can I get a replay of that pass? I can, surprisingly. So Bruno just behind. This is coming up to the bus stop. There's a little bit, oh, you know what, that might have been a slowdown there actually, which caused another pass to get made there. But I'm going to have to quickly go back to the live action because it is getting so close here. Let's get on board with Eric Blitz, who's right behind Evan Kiso right now. Surely just looking for a chance to strike. He has very minimal slipstream. The TCRs don't have a lot of slipstream at all, but it is enough to try and get by the side, and Rene Earhart behind must surely be hoping that something happens between these two. Very wide corner, and I'm going to quickly go behind whilst these are all going in. They're all keeping it nice and neat, but back to Eric, and now Rene Earhart has joined the fight in the cutting corner. TCR could be a potential move on the inside, but tell you what, Kiso is keeping it nice and clean through there. See, now the number 4 has a bit of a dilemma here. Extremely wide line from Evan Kiso, but that does mean a late apex and potentially a bit of speed to get out of there, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Blixt has an incredible amount of racing ability. Not quite able to get through there, but is so close right now. And Eric finds himself in a little bit of a dilemma. He needs to make a move, because if he does not make a move, Rene behind him absolutely will. Gordon Hauger is still somehow keeping Wodge behind him. I don't know how, as we go into... Oh, and someone just hit the wall in front, but don't think it's enough for major damage. Isaac Price leaving the way. 1.5 seconds. Lap number 8, nearly 13... Oh, it just hitting over 13.5 minutes of this 20-minute sprint. Well, this fight, though, is the one that we want to be watching. There's plenty going on behind, but let's have a look from Stephen Walker. Stephen is going to be hoping, praying that Wodge can make another attempt of a pass on Gordon. Anything that makes him go too wide into a corner will be a massive advantage to Stephen Walker. He's currently within slipstream distance, but it's still not quite going to be enough. And Gordon Hauger having to take the inside line just there. Wodge quickly shifting across to the left to get a better exit, and this could be the best seat in the house to see if Gordon's going to finally lose that position. Gordon surely has to defend on the inside. He doesn't. Wodge still not taking a chance then. Somehow Tom Woodcock has come back with a vengeance there, trying to thrust his way. Oh, and another jump over from the number 9. And I think the number 9 realising that they've done wrong there. Burak letting Yang go through. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was the number 9 or somebody else before, did a very similar move. Wow. Let's have another look at that replay just there. I'm pretty sure another car had already gone straight to the inside, jumped across there, gone outwards and tagged somebody. But Burak, great show of sportsmanship, letting Yang get back through in front. Probably going to be some apologies over the radio or the team or the text chat afterwards. That's how close. Watch just how close do you want to get to that wall there? Watch kissing the wall. Gently, softly. Seriously trying everything he can at the moment to try and get past Gordon. Stephen Walker closer this time round. 0.3 of a second close to these two fighting right now. On board with Wodge, your fixed race winner for tonight. Approaching the number 8. Still not enough to get through, but Gordon is going to defend that inside. Oh no, Gordon goes across. Gordon going to get a better line this time, but Wodge is going to be so close. And Blitz trying to get through on Kiso, but slowing down right at the death there to ensure that they get through single file. If they go through side by side, the blue, yellow and white car of cutting corny TCR team member Rene Earhart would have had a massive amount of overrun onto them. This one's close, just as close as this one is at the moment as well. No moves made there, but we're going to have a quick just in case. There's going to be a late move. There isn't. Woodcock, meanwhile, searching for a nibble between Ben and Bruno. Not able to get through, but I tell you what, that is a great exit from Tom just here, and Bruno could be in a little bit of trouble. Quickly go to the in front here, and Evan Kiso having to defend on the inside. Has to take that late apex, and he's going to be on the inside here as well. But if Wodge can keep the car going beside Evan, then he's going to have the inside into the final corner, which has a nice amount of camber. If they can give each other enough space through there. Oh, and Evan having to brake slightly there. Didn't really fancy his chances, looking for the up and under. And Rene right now, and he's by the side. Wodge is going to sweep over to the left. There's a little bit of contact just there. And Evan not going to have a great exit through there to an up and under. What an up and under from Wodge. Rene's going to follow the line from Wodge, and now it's a three-way fight. There's a closer one going up ahead for third place, but we're going to keep our eyes on this at the moment. Going towards the inner loop. The bus stop just got out of the S-zone. The speed of Rene right now just keeps in front. Evan is going to have to concede this, but he might still be by the side of Rene, and this is perfect positioning from Eric Blitz. This is going to cause Rene and Evan to massively adjust their lines. They get through. Woodcock meanwhile, oh, and there's a lot of smoke just there. We'll go back to that in a second. Gordon Helga has a slowdown which has allowed Wodge to get through. They're going to be side by side, but Gordon is going to have the inside to the toe of the boot. Now, can Wodge keep...
Sorry, Tom, but I think you viewed last month and we should check the replay.
But Wodge is going to have the outside of that corner. I was going to say, if Wodge can keep the outside line...
Don't worry about it.
And Wodge technically in front, looking at the timing tower right now, but Gordon's going to have the inside. They're giving each other plenty of space. But Wodge is going to have this inside line. Stephen Walker, meanwhile, is going to try and keep that inside line as well, just in case there's a chance that they can get a move here on Gordon. And tell you what, it's getting so close, but Wodge shuts the door. Gordon has a slight bit of the inside there, but it's defending from Stephen Walker. Stephen Walker's going to ride on that outside, going to have the inside line, but tucks him behind. Wodge takes the third place after laps and laps of trying. We go into the final lap right now. Isaac Price is your leader with Daniel Fernandez as second. Wodge, you've just seen with a fantastic outside pass just there. A little bit further back, and Rene is past Evan Kiso. Kiso down 3 places after a fantastic qualifying lap. Tom Woodcock now back on the fight against Bruno. Something happened to him a little bit earlier. Tom's going to take a fast line on the outside. He's going to make his way around and just keeping watch of what's going on ahead. But it looks like Gordon not letting Stephen Walker have his way. Rene as well right up behind Eric Blix, but this one is the one that could end in tears. Onto the blimp. I'll try Ollie. I'll try breathing. There we go. Tom Woodcock still not able to get through, but I tell you what, Tom taking a really nice line through there is going to take and outside of the outer loop as well. If he can keep it by the side, he will have the advantage going into shoot. He will have the inside line. And there's still so many battles going on right now on the inside. Tom Woodcock takes the inside. Brilliant pass. Great perseverance. But
so good.
Yeah, it was.
there we go. Both being positive about the whole thing, which is the main thing, right? Meanwhile, Wodge on the 3rd place with the battle for 4th now between Gordon Helga and Stephen Walker. But coming round the corner now, Isaac Price is going to be your top split winner for the Strength of Field Championship Open. Congratulations to Isaac Price. Daniel Fernandez in 2nd place.
Good race,
And
guys.
Wodge in 3rd place there. We're going to have managing to hold off Stephen Walker.
Goodbye, watch your check.
And Eric.
Everybody on the radio congratulating each other on big races, but tell you what, Barack still trying to keep the pressure on Jan just in case they hit against the wall there, but
Good race, Bruno. That was good fun. Cheers.
they back out of it at the last moment and have to
That was fun.
just take that 13th. Brilliant racing from all. Just got Carl Hardy left. Having to go in the pits for some reason. I missed why. I don't know if there was a jump start or something, or if there was a meatball. It hasn't come up on my system, just that they've had to go in for the pits. I'm sure Carl will let me know, or I'll find out somehow for anyone who's in the split. But that was good. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Whew, yeah, let's breathe for a second. Just a second. So Isaac Price is going to get the win here of the open split. Daniel Fernandez, last week's winner, in 2nd place. Wodge, your fixed winner for today as well, getting a podium position in the open. Gordon Helga in 4th place with Stephen Walker 5th. Eric Blitz, Rene Earhart, Evan Kiso and Ben Idris, as well as Tom Woodcock, making up the rest of the top 10. Afterwards, we've got Bruno, Jan, Burak and Carl Hardy. Got a 2nd split safe for me, thank you. If you can hear fans in the background, it's because I'm melting in this room. Oh man, that was great fun. Let's have a look at a couple of the incidents that have logged in here. We've got Tom Woodcock's just here. This is from the outer loop. Tom Woodcock in the pink, blue and white. Car diving on the inside, going over the curb slightly and knocking out Tom just there. So the fact that Tom got a good whack on the rear there, still managed to climb back up to 10th place. Good recovery. Trying to see, we've got nothing for Carl Hardy, why he had to go into the pits there. Right, Burak just here, an incident happening. Got everyone fighting in front. Oh, nearly losing it. Great control, and it turned into a square Tetris piece. Ooh, little bits of room just there. A little bit of door banging. Then Burak sending it on the inside, overshooting it, I feel. Going straight back across there and accidentally taking out Jan just there. Allowing Tom Woodcock 2 freebies just there, but Burak did let Jan through afterwards, and Jan did finish ahead. Jan up 2 places in this top split. Strength of field, by the way, of 5.2k. Burak finishing in 13th. And we had something happening with Tom, but I can't seem to find... Oh, this might be it. Yeah, this might be it. So apparently something happened here. The batteries run out of one of my fans. Feeling like Ace Ventura Pet Detective when nature calls. Apart from I'm not live streaming from the back of a Rhino. Tom going across. Burak by the side. You know what? They might watch that replay there, and oh, that's wheel damage from Tom, and Tom still managed to catch. I want to have another look at that. There... I don't really think Tom did much wrong, but I could be wrong. I know everything looks worse when you slow it down. Tom is slightly going across there. It's so slight. It's so slight and gradual. Tom might feel slightly hard done by, but carried on racing, chin kept up, and was able to carry on with the rest of the race. Right, that should be the championship standings updated. Let me have a quick look. So where we had Augustine, Isaac and Kim up the top, it has updated. Right, so the championship standings of the Strength of Field Championship. Isaac Price, after a second place last week and fastest lap, gets first place and a fastest lap this week. Currently top of the pile with 93 points. In second place, Augustine, last week's winner, second place this week, but got a 0x race, so an extra 3 bonus points just there. Evan Kiso have a fantastic qualifying, still finished at a decent amount, 13th highest in championship points across all the splits, so that puts him in third place, 43 points. Anton Shishnikov, 2 7th places overall, which has given them another 36 points. And Kim Borkland, not racing this week, keeps their 5th with Wodge, a new entry in at 6th. So close to a 0x, I got an off track just barely. Oh no. That extra off, if they kept that 0x, that would have been up to 46 points. But that is your championship table so far. If you don't want to see more of these championship standings, if you are on YouTube, it is in the video description below. You've got the homepage of the league, you've got the results of each race, you've got the standings just like this, just so you can see where you are, because even if you're not in top split, you can still find yourself in these positions just down here. Don't have to be in top split to get a good result here. So you got Marianne Coleman just here. 12th place overall, was obviously in second split, but still gets onto the table with 11 points. Up to 50 people can score points, which means the winners of each split will almost certainly be racking up points. And if you're on Twitch, I'll quickly put in TCR SOF just there for you, and there's your information on that one. If you want to find out more info, get onto the TCR cord, which once again, video description below if you are on YouTube. If you're on Twitch right now, there's the TCR cord just there. Check the announcements out. It goes into a little bit more detail of what the rules are. I will create a league topic on there as well, so people can keep up with the weekly standings through there too. But thank you all so much for spending your time here tonight. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the YouTube stream. Subscribe to that channel. There is a Watkins Glen track guide there from last season, which is totally applicable for this week. We will be next live on Saturday for the IMPC at Watkins Glen. So I'll see you on both Twitch and YouTube for that one there. If you're on Twitch, then throw a follow over, connect your Prime account to your Twitch account, and feel free to throw a Prime sub over this way as well. It's free, use it. But everyone say goodbye to the YouTube stream, because we're going to end that one first. Take care YouTube, and share this video around with your team members, your friends, and hopefully we'll get to see you next week on the Strength of Field broadcast. Meanwhile on Twitch, we are going to throw a raid over to somebody, so I'm going to see everybody who is online at this moment in time.